Welcome to JazTime.com. Today we're going to be reviewing the Patek Philippe 5960/1A-001. We're going to go through some pricing on this watch, talk about the dial, the case, the bracelet, the buckle, and the movement, and let you know where you can purchase it at JazTime.com for the lowest price anywhere online. So as of 2016, the retail price on this watch is $51,000 US, but you can buy it at JazTime for roughly $37,000 and change. That's the lowest price anywhere online. Now let's talk about the dial. The dial, as you can see, it's a white dial. And what I might mention about this before we even start with the dial is that it's made in stainless steel. And the previous versions of this, when it was released back in 2006, were actually made of platinum. So this, in 2014, the 5960/1A was released in stainless steel as you see it here. It only comes in this configuration. It has a white dial, kind of almost looks cream, but you know, it is white. Now I want to bring your attention to a few things. The first being that you'll see that there's a hour mark, 3 date windows. The far left one is the day. The middle one is the left one is the date. Anyways, you get the point. The one in the center is the number. The one on the right is the month, and the far left one is the day. Okay, so that's the first interesting thing about this dial. The next interesting thing is that it has luminous hour hands. So you see these hour markers, the hands, the hour marker and the minute hand, they are they're luminous, meaning they glow in the dark at nighttime. And that's a departure from any other Patek that you know. Can you think of any other Patek that uses luminous hands as well as luminous hour markers? Do you see the hour markers here? They're all luminous. They don't do that in any other watch, and partly it's because this is a sports Patek everyday watch that you can wear. And they thought, well, you know, you might want to tell what time it is at nighttime. Okay, so let's move on to the case. The case here is 40 millimeters, and that's from my thumb to my index finger. 40 millimeters, which makes it one of the largest Patek Philippe watches, and that kind of makes sense as it's a sports watch. Now the bezel here is using a dome bezel. No surprise, because that makes it understated and not so blingy, so that it can be a sports watch. And if you notice, it has, you know, most dome bezels are actually convex, meaning they go this direction. But this one is actually concave, meaning it dips inward. Kind of hard for you guys to see, but if I place my hand over it, I can tell. That's sort of the opposite of how Rolex does it, and it's quite unique. Now moving on to the bracelet. It is a stainless steel bracelet, and as you can see, it has 6 links across, going from my index finger to my thumb. That's 6 links across. It's a very fluid bracelet. It's made out of stainless steel, and it's sort of Patek's signature band. If you see this band, you know that it's a Patek. Now moving on to the buckle, okay, the deployment buckle here. It's going to use this deployment style buckle where you flip up here, and it's like a safety. And it's important because this is a sports watch. So when you click down the safety, it locks it. Now it's not going anywhere. But the minute you undo it, it comes apart, as you see here. So to open this clasp, it's a double deployment, one on each side, and bam. Okay? So that's it for the buckle. Now the movement, okay, is a caliber CH28520 IRM QA24H, and it allows the movement to have both a chronograph function along with an annual calendar, which has a day, date, month aperture. The diameter of it's 33 millimeters, the height of it is 7 millimeters. It has 40 jewels and 456 parts. That's a lot. And it has a power reserve of 45 hours to 55 hours. So it's quite awesome. Okay, now I'm going to show you briefly how it works. All right. Now, since it being both a calendar, annual calendar, and a chronograph, it can do two functions. Most watches either do one or the other. Patek Philippe, being Patek Philippe, decided that they're going to go above and beyond that. So let's start with the chronograph function. As you can see, I have already been letting the chronograph function move around. I wanted to do that so you can see that it's also not only a chronograph, it's also a flyback. Now, what is a flyback? You see the second hand that's red and it's moving. If I press this bottom 4 o'clock button, it will make all the other hands go back to 0. You see this bottom red hand right here? Don't worry, this is plastic, chill out. So you see this one here? When I press this, it will everything will 0 back and the chronograph function will start from the beginning. Okay? So if you were to ask me what is the elapsed time right now, I'm gonna have to move the hands out of the way so I can see. Okay, so viewers at home, can you guys tell what time it is, or excuse me, how much elapsed time has gone by? You would actually have to look here at the red. The red points to the minutes. So that's 15 minutes and how many seconds? The red one is at 50 seconds. So that's 15 minutes, 54 seconds, 55 seconds, and so on. Now it's 15 minutes. And every time the red bottom one at the 6 o'clock goes around one revolution, the black one behind it, do you see the black small hand right here? That one will move over 1 tick. That makes sense? Okay. So anyhow, if I were to want to, let's say, calculate, how fast my car is moving around the track, I would have to just read it off here, and then I would press the 4 o'clock position to 0 it back. Okay, so I'm going to do that right now. All right. Bam, and that's zeroing it again, for example, like on a race car. And did you see everything went back to the center again? Okay, now if I want to use it as a regular chronograph, I just start and stop it with the the 2 o'clock button. So start it. This would mean that 15 seconds has elapsed, and you look at the red minute hand here, and that 0 minutes have passed, and I could just recenter it. Does that make sense? If you don't get it, you could give us a call at JazTime.com, and we'll explain it to you. All right, now I'm going to show you how to set the date. So let's just say, for example, today's like Christmas. All right, and I want to send it to December 25th. All right, so what I'll do first is I will set the month, which is at the top right, by pressing the little button. You see the button right there? And let's see what happens. It's August, September, October, November, and December. Okay, then I'm going to go ahead and set the day or whatever that number. All right, and I'm going to set it to 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Let's move it to okay, 24, and then 25. Perfect. Okay, so this is December 25th, and as of 2016, December 25th actually fell on a Sunday, so I'm going to turn this to Sunday. Okay, so that makes it Christmas on Sunday, and it makes it at 3 o'clock. Now I don't know if it's 2:45 a.m. or 2:45 p.m. I also mentioned, however, do not change the date when the hands are between 10 a.m. and 2 a.m. Now it's 2:45, that's okay. To make it even more safe, I might even turn it down to here before I start changing it. But I will be safe if I'm outside of 10 a.m., 2 a.m. The reason is because the discs could slip, cause some damage, blah, blah, blah. You just don't want to do it. Okay? So if you like this video, check us out at JazTime.com. We have the lowest price anywhere online. Subscribe to our video if you want to see more videos like this. Point and click from the safety and comfort of your own home. No pushy salesmen, just low prices and quality. JazTime.com.